Hi everybody, and thank you for joining me again in this episode of the Pilates Basic Exercise Series. My name is Gudrun Kohler. I'm a Pilates and yoga teacher. Happy to have you here with me. So today it's time to rock in open leg rocker, to roll in rolling like a ball, and just to have some fun and add a little bit of playfulness to these Pilates exercises. We will, best case, have a really nice core workout and a nice articulation exercise in flexion throughout our whole spine. And worst case, that means if you do not perform the exercises absolutely perfectly, you get a nice back massage and have hopefully quite some fun. So let's start here. You sit down pretty much towards the end of your mat because you need some space as we want to roll back. First exercise is rolling like a ball. And as the name proposes, we try to find the shape of a ball with our bodies. You bring your heels really close to your buttocks. First, leave your feet on the mat and you tilt your pelvis back. You round as much as you can. Active pelvic floor muscles, active core, really strong belly, and navel is pulling in and up. So you really want to flatten your belly. You want to pull the aces towards each other and bring a lot of strength into this area. And your spine is in a nice flexion throughout the whole spine. Your gaze goes down to your navel. That's the only interesting thing at the moment. You bend your neck also and try to place your nose or your forehead almost on your knees. Shoulders are going down, elbows wide, and you place your hands either on your ankles, some like to grab their feet, whatever. First thing, we try to find this shape. And when you found this shape, you lean back just a little bit and try to balance. Lift your feet off the ground, bring your heels as close towards your buttocks as you can, and try to balance in this position. Just to maintain this shape for a little bit of time, and you will find it takes quite some core work to maintain it and only to remain in this position. So if you manage to do this, the next step is you try on the inhale just to go a millimeter, tiny little bit back, roll back just a little bit, and notice how your core muscles need to engage to prevent you from simply falling back, falling down. So try this out. Go back just a tiny little bit and come to the front again. Just a tiny little bit to the back and to the front. Balance a little, play a little, and find out if you maintain your shape, how and when your abdominal muscles really need to work out. So come back to your seated position again. Next, we're trying one thing. We're trying to maintain this whole shape. And on the inhale, we're rolling back onto our shoulder blades. Not further, not on the neck, not on the head, which anyway shouldn't happen so easily as these are bent and tucked in. But only come back onto your shoulder blades and then see what happens. If you maintain your shape, you will find you will be rolling back up. I'll show it to you once and then we do it together. So you're simply round. I don't do anything. I only keep my shape and strong core. I round on the inhale. I let myself fall back and come up and land on my feet, because if I keep my rounding, this is just the impulse that brings me back. I don't have to do anything. The only thing you need to do for this one is maintain your shape. Try 2 or 3 times and then we meet again on the mat and let's talk about it. See what happens. So you try and keep your shape, elbows wide, shoulders away from the ears. The heels are pretty close at your buttocks, and on the inhale, just lean back a little bit and roll it back and up and back and up. Only maintain your shape. Back and up. So if you manage to come up, keeping this shape, great. If you did not, maybe two reasons. Usual reason number one is, as you were rolling back, just instinctively, you pulled your head back and then there's no chance to come. Because the head has about 6 kilos, it's really too much without any additional effort to come back up again. So check if you really have your gaze still at your navel. The second thing that frequently is the case is that your spine is not in a really nice articulation in its flexion, that there are some areas in your spine that are pretty stiff. That means you roll back a little bit and then it's pretty flat and you stay here. No worries, this will improve in the course of the training. This is definitely something that will not cause you too many problems all too long, in case you didn't have any operations or stiffenings in your spine. But if you have a normal, healthy spine, this will go away. This is just a matter of exercise. Number three, that usually helps you to come back up, but that we also don't want, is maybe you did this one, you rolled back and then just extended your legs and this helped you to come up again. Please prevent this. It takes away a lot of the fun and of the playfulness of this exercise, because we really want to have a core workout. And with the legs, it's far easier to come up again. So let's try again. 4 times. You just maintain your shape, engage your core all the time. Stay round, see what happens. And if you found that you have still some really flat areas in your spine, try to work on them. Try to maybe articulate there just a little bit longer and give your body time. It won't happen in 2 weeks, but I promise it will happen. So, come into your really rounded position like a ball. Look at your navel like nothing else could be more interesting in this world. Tuck your nose in, heels go towards your buttocks, wide elbows, armpits pulling down towards your hips. And on the inhale, just roll back a little bit between your shoulder blades and come up again. You will land on your feet. 3 more. And up. 2 more. And up we go. Last one. And up we go. So, if this worked out for you, let's go one step further. What we now want is, we don't want to land on our feet, but we want to land in this nice balancing position again. How can we do this? By engaging our core muscles even more. When you roll back, you maintain your shape. When you come up again, you try to really engage your pelvic floor muscles, to suck your navel even a little bit more in, and maybe tilt your pelvis a little bit more. That means here in the lower back area or in the lower trunk area, you engage your muscles even more, and this will make it possible for you to stop. Let me show it to you once. I hope I can do it. I've been doing videos since 6 o'clock in the morning. It's 10 o'clock in the evening now, so please excuse if it's not perfect. You round, shoulders away from the ears, and on the inhale you roll back, on the exhale you come up and engage my core, and I stop here. Yeah? If I do not engage my core additionally, I will land on my feet. Also with this one, just try it out, play around, nothing can happen, worst case you get a nice massage. Let's try 6 times, then we meet again on the mat. Round, shoulders away from the ears, and your heels go close to your buttocks. If you simply cannot hold them here, take something, take a ball, take a block, take a pullover, whatever, and press it between your heels and your buttocks, so you must keep it there. It might be a nice trick to not extend your legs. We start rolling back. On the inhale, roll back onto your shoulders. On the exhale, engage your core, come up. And 2, and 3, and stay around, engage your core even more, and 4, and up we go, and 5, and up, and last one, and up, and that's it. So much about rolling like a ball. It's really nice exercise do it whenever you like. It's nice for your spine, it's a real good core training and training for spine articulation. Open leg rocker is kind of a progression. We find ourselves in our nice rounded back again, in a balancing position right behind our sit bones. One leg in tabletop, second leg in tabletop. Your arms are at the back of your thighs, shoulders away from the ears. We do the same exercise like before, but your legs will help you so you come up even a little bit easier. You might want to extend your breastbone a little bit, but please maintain this really active core, this nice little rounding in your lower back area in any case throughout the whole exercise. So let's try. I show it once, then you join with me. We roll back onto our shoulder blades and you come up again. And as you come up, you might want to extend your breastbone a little bit. Let's do it again 6 times like this. So you round and roll back and come up again and roll back and come up. Roll back and come up again and back and come up. Last time and back and come up again. So next one. Open leg rocker can of course also be done with your legs extended. If you can't do it with legs extended, extend them just a little bit. You decide. We warm up our legs first a little bit for the stretches. So first, right leg extends, flex point, come down. Left leg, flex point, and down. And right, flex point, and down. Left, flex point, and down again. Right, flex point, and down. Engage your core, and down. One last here, and one last here. So now extend your legs as much as you can. Either grab your thighs again, maybe you can grab your ankles, you decide. If your legs are fully extended, you can definitely grab your ankles. Shoulders go away from the ears. Super active core. And again, round back. You are an open leg rocker, a really nice rocking chair now. On the inhale, you roll it back onto your shoulder blades. On the exhale, you come up again, and you might want to extend your breastbone a little bit towards the ear. And back we go, and up, and back, and up, and back, and up. And maybe you want to close your legs, just play around. And back we go, and up, and back, and up. One last, you could for example also open or close your legs. Leave the hands now and try to maintain this shape. So, very last exercise. You find yourself in your nice balancing position in this open leg rocker, this open leg rocker, or this open leg rocker. Engage your pelvic floor muscles, suck in your belly. Engage it here in the lower back area. And now, extend your breastbone up to the ceiling a little. Look at your toes. And one hand leaves. The second hand leaves. And you find yourself in a teaser position. Hold it maybe for 1 second only. And then we go down. So, congratulations. Teaser is an advanced exercise. I hope you enjoyed today's class. And say big thank you for watching all these videos. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. I will for sure release some other videos in the course of the time. And I hope I see you tomorrow for our last weekend class number 4, Finale Grande.